on the road against the Saints of Thomas More. Thomas More, Division III school. They've had some fine years. They were 10-0 in 91 and 95 on the varsity level and made the NCAA playoffs in 1992 at Division III. So a team with a lot of history up here. I think they've only had football up here for 10 years. They started in 1990, so it should be a big game for the Bears. Pikeville College comes into this one 2-1 over the big win last Saturday over excuse me, lost my mind there today. Came off a big win last Saturday over Fork Union Military Academy, a fine prep school, and trying to build on that is the only game they've lost this year is came to Georgetown, Kentucky, up at Georgetown, who is the number 2 team in NAIA this year and in their conference. So it should be a real big day for Pikeville College today. We'll be back with just a couple of interviews in just a few minutes on the Intermountain Sports Network.
He's ready.
Okay, back here now with Coach Zach Willis of the Bears. And Zach, we've had a pretty good week of practice. We ready?
I sure hope so, Charlie. You really can't answer those questions till you probably about midway through the second quarter, but we certainly have worked hard and the kids seem to be prepared.
I know I've been to practice a couple days this week. We've had to make some adjustments. We've got a few injuries. I know Haji is out at least for this week, maybe longer. We're not sure at this point.
Well, Hodges out and Eric Moore, our starting free safety, and if you go back a couple of weeks, Courtney Rump's still out, our starting corner. So we're a little bit banged up on defense, and those folks get tired of hearing me poor mouth, but those are the facts.
Well, I know Haji has been your defensive leader all season, and, that's always a big loss for you. Antoine Brown and some others are going to step up and try to make the difference out there. And, Thomas More with a good tradition up here.
Oh, they have a great tradition. As I said before, a lot of people hadn't heard a lot about them, but you can look up here. They've been undefeated for 3 different times and been in the national playoffs, and I think even advanced deep into the playoffs several times. Just a great tradition. It'll be a real tough game for us today.
Well, I know Thomas More, we talked about the other day, they're only 10 years old, so that's a kind of a program you want to model yourself after in this first year.
Well, it is, and you look at their facilities here. They got a nice playing field out here. They just done a great job all the way around, Charlie, and we're glad to be up here and hope we got a chance to stay on the field with them.
Well, I thank you, Coach, and good luck tonight. We'll see you a little bit later.
Thank you, Charlie.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Thomas More College, and the Bears and the Saints ready to kick it off in about 2.5 minutes here, as we're going to give you a little bit of talk a little bit about tonight's game. Thomas More, like I say, we've given some stats on them. They're 10 years old, had 3 undefeated seasons. They've got a pretty good football program going up here. For Pikeville College, I guess something we all talk about. We've got some notes up here from Rick Bentley, the SID here, and Pikeville College offense has been great. They've averaged 405 yards total offense in the first 3 games. They've outscored their opponents 93-41. Pikeville's had 53 first downs compared to only giving up 31 for the opponents, and averaging 5.0 yards per carry this season with 181 rushing per game. And the defense also doing an excellent job. These numbers are amazing, since they've given up 34 points to Georgetown in the opener, and they've only allowed 7 points. And at Fork Union, only had to cover 17 yards to score the only touchdown because they got an interception inside the 20. But some interesting plays here. The opponents are averaging 2 yards a carry, 70 yards per game on the ground. In the air, it's 119 per game. And then Charlie Miller leads the defense with 17.5 tackles, and Travis Washington has 15.5. So interesting thing going on out there is Pikeville College defense really stepping up and doing a fine job out here this season. Derek Dewberry for the team is averaging 100 yards a game rushing. He got an even 300 in three games this season. And Carl Scriven had 83 last week, only playing his second game for the Bears, as he was out early with an ankle injury and didn't get to play much. Again tonight, you'll see probably the leading defensive player on Pikeville College won't be playing out there tonight, as got an ankle injury. Well, actually, he's got a knee injury. He thought he had a torn ACL, but they said that that's not the case, that it's just a strain. He'll be out for a couple of weeks and be back in the game. That is Haji Jackson, the starting defensive end. He'll be out tonight. But Pikeville College with some good backups, as they'll bring in several players. They'll bring in Freddie Green, Antoine Brown. He'll come in and play that right end quite a bit. Eric Hughes and Quentin Collins will play the left end. B.J. Jackson will start at the tackle, and Michael Braxton will start at the other tackle on the defensive end. Charlie Miller will be the left linebacker. Travis Washington will start at middle linebacker. Tony Miller at right linebacker. Left cornerback is Jason Williams. Strong safety, T.J. Hudson. Free safety, Eric Moore. And Larry Forrester will be the right cornerback. On the offensive side, Derek Silas at left tackle, Lee Chambers at the left guard, Benny Livingston at the center, Jerry Anderson at the right guard, and right tackle is Adam Bailey. Greg Williamson will start at one wide receiver, Terrence Pride one wide receiver, Paul Jones at a wide receiver, and Tommy Parker. The quarterback will be Scott Branton, and the starting tailback this week will be Derek Dewberry. At the tailback, you'll see a lot of Derek Dewberry, Marcus King, and Carl Scriven as they'll really rotate in and out of that. And the clock shows 15 minutes, so it looks like we're about ready to kick this one off. And I think Pikeville has won the toss. Well, actually, I'd say Pikeville probably lost the toss and elected to receive the ball on when Thomas More deferred. But however it comes about, Pikeville College will receive the ball first as they're out on the field with the kicking unit or the receiving unit out there. And let's see. Let me pull my other roster out, and I'll tell you what's happening out there. As we're about ready to play. 15 minutes showing on the clock. This will be a quick one because we're going to try to get it done during the daylight because there's no lights here at Thomas More this year. Like I say, this is only the second year of the football field. With things about ready to kick off. There's my roster. Back deep will be number 3, Kelsey Baker. In the middle over there, I can't see the number. I believe it's 14. Let's see. Nope, won't be 14. Let me see. I can't see his number. Maybe Jason Williams. It's a 1 over there. I can't tell. But we're set to kick the ball off as the officials have given the sign. And the kick is away. Nice kick straight down the middle. Be picked up right there on the 14-yard line. Trying to make the play on that is number 6, Michael Williams. And Michael Williams just gets the ball back across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. We'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears. And we're going to see what they got as Thomas More will come out and play. Should play a pretty good defensive front as they've had a tough team up here in the last few years doing well. And Pikeville will come out with set offense right off the bat. We'll see Branton at shotgun, 5 wide receivers, 2 to each side, and well, actually 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Branton in the shotgun. Waiting on the snap. And the first play back, Branton back to throw. Got a man over here on the corner. That's Tommy Parker Jr. Parker trying to make a move, but he'll go out of bounds at about the 25, 26-yard line. Bring up 2nd and short for Pikeville College. And they're going to put the ball out right. We're going to call it 27. They're going to stop the clock and probably make a measurement here. Let's see where they're going to actually. Official timeout. They're going to bring the chains in and measure it. I think it's going to be a short by about probably half a yard short as it's going to be close. Waiting on the officials to bring the chains in over here on this side. I can't see exactly where the ball's marked. Yeah, it's going to be well short as it's going to be marked right there. Looks like at the 26-yard line. Looks like they've got to get to about the 27 for the first down. And waiting on the chain crew to come across. We're having problems with communications between the officials and the chain crew as they're moving a little slowly. And you got to remember, JV games for the other schools are probably not as important to Pikeville, but this is all we've got, so we're going at it full blast. These other teams are, taking a lot of this for granted. They play on Saturday afternoon. That's when they call the big time. And it's going to be short. Call it a pickup. Well, actually, it's just going to be about the length of a football, maybe a yard. So we will call it 2nd down and 1 for Pikeville College. Cold, windy day up here as we're back up. When you get up in this part of the country, northern Kentucky, the wind seems a little bit colder and it comes down off of these flatlands, and it's not what we're used to at home. I'd say I wouldn't have any idea how many miles per hour, but it's a stiff wind blowing, right to left as you're looking at the football field here. Back deep is Branton. He's got 2 wide receivers to each side, and Dewberry in the backfield with him. Pikeville College in the wide away jerseys. And as soon as the official starts the clock, we're ready to go. Branton looking over the defense, making some audible calls. Waiting on the snap. Looks like they're going to come with a blitz here. And Dewberry picks it up. Branton scuttles out and runs into his own running back and falls forward across the 25. Going to be short of the first down. Actually, probably going to lose about a half a yard as they'll probably mark the ball. We'll call it no gain, making it 3rd and 1. Look for them to bring, they're going to bring Marcus King in, and Dewberry will come out, so they'll probably go to the 5 wide out set here. 3rd and 1. Branton under center, maybe going for the quarterback sneak just enough to get the first down as there's nobody head up on the center. Here comes the linebacker in to fill the hole, both of them. Then they may be going back out, and Branton trying the quarterback sneak, nothing there. He's actually going to lose a yard, and it'll bring up 4th and 1 now for Pikeville College. So after a 9-yard pickup on the first play, Pikeville College unable to get the first down, and probably going to see the punting unit come on, and here they're making the wholesale changes. So I think Michael Burke will probably drop back and punt for Pikeville College. And let's see, deep for Thomas More is number 86. Let me find his number here. I got about 3 pages of rosters, so 86 is Donnie Weaver. So Burke back to kick. Good snap. And decent kick. It's going to angle toward the sideline. Takes a Pikeville College bounce. Rolls out of bounds at about the 45, 44-yard line, looks like. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Thomas More Saints, and the Bears will be on the defensive end. So Pikeville College, for the first time, one of the first times this year you see them do that, is normally they move the ball quite well on offense. So Thomas More with a good defensive front out there. And let's see, here comes the defensive unit. Thomas More going to go with the spread offense as well. They've got an I formation, 2 wideouts and a slot back. The quarterback under center. Man in motion going back to that side. And back to throw his quarterback, and he trips over his own man and falls down and back at the 35-yard line. That is number 7, Scott Garver. And Garver just tripped on his way back into the backfield, looking downfield to try to throw the ball and got his feet tangled. So that'll bring up 2nd and about 7. We'll call it 2nd and about 17 now. Actually closer to about 17, we'll call it. 12 and a half minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. Garvin under center with the eye behind him again. 2 wideouts and a tight end. This time they're going to give the ball to the tailback. Second man through. Not much there as he's met up in the hole. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, but he's going to be well short of the original line of scrimmage even. I didn't see the number of the tailback on that one. 91. That's an odd number for a tailback. I thought that was a lineman getting up off the pile, but it is Matt Thompson is wearing his number 91 on the depth chart here. So that'll bring up 3rd and 17 now for Thomas More. Scott Garver still under center. He got the I formation, 2 wideouts, 1 to each side. And it looks like somebody's lined up off sides. Let's see which way it's going to go, as it'll be a 5-yard penalty one way or the other. Normally, probably the defensive unit lined up in the neutral zone is what normally happens on that play. Let's see what the officials are going to say about it as they're over there discussing it. And Pikeville College is pointing toward Thomas More, so it may be an offensive player lining up off sides. Let's see what the official says. It is offsides on the offense. So an offensive player lined up with his head across the ball. So it'll be another 5-yard loss, making it 3rd and 22 now for Thomas More. Garvin still in it, quarterback. Going to run that same I formation, 2 wideouts. And Garvin's dropped back to pass. We've got a man over here on the inside line, incomplete. Out of bounds, intended for number 83, Brad Thomas. And he was just forced out of bounds short of the first down. So it'll be a 4th and 23, a punting situation for Thomas More. And Greg Williamson will be back deep for Pikeville College. And number 80 is Jason Riggs for Thomas More back to kick. So Pikeville College ought to come out with good field position here as Williams standing back on the 25-yard line, or Greg Williamson. And we're waiting on everybody to get set. And the punter taking a long time back there, the clock rolling. And here's the kick. Good end-over-end kick. Williamson lets it bounce and then tries to pick it up, picks it up on the run, and he's in trouble. He's down inside his 5-yard line, and that's where he's going to go down at on the 5. So big break there for Thomas More as the ball bounces over his head when he reaches up, tries to grab it. He touches it, so he has to field it back at the 5, and they're going to spot it at the 6. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Pikeville College from the 6-yard line. Mac Bryan giving the play signal from the sideline over here. Derek Dewberry in the backfield. Got double tight, 2 wide outs for Pikeville College. This is a lineup we saw quite a bit last week against Fork Union, and they did did a good job running the ball out of it, but they can also throw it. And here comes the snap. This time the give to Dewberry up the middle. Dewberry's going to pick up a couple. He's going to pick up about 4. Looks like they're going to get him out to about the 10-yard line. If they see where the spot's at, they're going to spot him right on the 10. So we'll call it a pickup of about 4, making it 2nd and 6 now for the Bears. And look for Pikeville to try to get the running game started here early. They're going to go that double tight quite a bit, open it up some, and then maybe go back to their passing game and try to throw the ball up in the air. As they find themselves back in a hole, it's 2nd and 6 on the 10. Branton under center. Takes the snap. Again, the give to Dewberry. And Dewberry's out on the outside. Dewberry will have first down yardage as he'll get out to about the 19-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Bears. And Derek Dewberry doing what he does best, taking the ball up in the middle, cutting to the outside, trying to make a move and get some yardage. And here we're going to get some more players into the ball game, so we're going to change the setup as we're going to go out to the double tight. Looks like they're going to go with 2 wide receivers to the near side, and actually a double tight with 2 wide receivers on the near side instead of split out wide. And now we're going to go to an I formation, something you never see out of the Bears. And here they go. The ball gives to Dewberry again. Dewberry's got some room on the outside. If he can make a move, loses his footing, but he'll get out across the 20 to about the 21, 22-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and long for Pikeville College. So Mac Bryan changing some things up, moving some players around in the backfield, giving a different look for Pikeville College. If you scouted them, you've never seen more than 1 back in the backfield for them. Even when they go to the double tight, never will you see them line up with an I formation. Matter of fact, I've been to practice and never seen it, and it just surprises everybody. And here we go with the double tight again. 2 wide outs to the far side. Dewberry the single back in the backfield, 2nd and 7. And again, the ball given to Dewberry. Dewberry pounding his way up the middle. It's going to get out close to the 24. Go mark him right at the 24-yard line. A pickup of 2. That'll bring 3rd and 5 now for the Bears. And here comes another wide receiver in. Looks like they're going to go with 4 wide outs. Dewberry being single back in the backfield again. And Branton will go back to the shotgun. Thomas Moore cheating up to the line of scrimmage now. They've got a bunch up there, and the ball given to Dewberry. Dewberry out in the open field, and Dewberry just runs over a man as he'll get out to about the 34-yard line, where it'll be another first down for the Bears here. And Pikeville College really starting to pick it up on the ground as Derek Dewberry just pounding his way ahead for some strong yardage. They started out at the 5-yard line, I believe, and Dewberry has picked up every bit of it as they're out now to the 35. So Dewberry picking up 30 tough yards down inside his own territory. And now Pikeville College is going to spread it out again. They've got double wide outs to each side. Dewberry again the single setback. Branton in the shotgun. And looks like the blitz coming up. They're cheating up the line of scrimmage, trying to get to the outside. Here comes the blitz. The ball given to Dewberry, and Dewberry makes a nice move in the backfield. He's going to pick up another first down yardage again as he'll be out close to the 50, call it about the 47-yard line, where again it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears. And here comes the Derek Dewberry show as he's just going to take the ball and run it down your throat with it. And Dewberry, a strong straight-ahead runner. As we say, he's averaging 100 yards a game in a primarily passing attack here at Pikeville College. So he has had his chances. He gets a lot of the carries every week. Again, here comes the double. Nope. 4 wide outs again, 2 to each side. Dewberry the single setback. Branton in the shotgun. Looks like he's making some audible calls back there. He's looking over the defense. They're going to flip-flop Dewberry to the other side of the quarterback. Here comes the snap. Dewberry blocking. Got a man open down the end zone. Down inside the 19 on the catch is number 8, Greg Williamson. So right about they're going to put him out of bounds at the 20. Let's see, where are they going to end up marking him? At the 23-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears. So just when you get used to seeing Dewberry stuff the ball up the middle with him, Branton drops back and throws to a wide-open Greg Williamson down the sideline. Pikeville College utilizing their speed a little bit there. Carl Scriven checks into the ball game now at the setback. giving Dewberry a rest. Branton takes the snap and back to pass again. He's rolling out to his right. Got a man open again. It's Williamson. And touchdown, Pikeville College. Greg Williamson on the reception. So about a 22-yard touchdown pass from Branton to Williamson puts the Bears on the board first, 6-0 with 7:43 to go in the first quarter. And Pikeville College doing what they want to do. Normally they try to set up the pass or use the pass to set up the run. Today, when they got stuck down in their own territory inside the 10, they used the run to set up the pass. And a 95-yard drive for the Bears. And on to attempt the extra point is Mahoney. And we're waiting on everybody to get set. And let's see. Here comes the rush. And a bad snap. Mahoney falls on it, so the extra point no good. So that leaves your score 6-0 with 7:43 to go in the first quarter, and we'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Crestview Hills, Kentucky, where Pikeville College leads Thomas More 6-0 with 7:43 to go in the first quarter on a 22-yard pass from Branton to Williamson, and now Pikeville College set to kick the ball off to Thomas More. And back deep for Thomas More is, well, the kick's going to be a short kick, so it'll be fielded up at about the 26-yard line. And number 26 coming with it back across the inside. He's dropped out there by number 6. That is Michael Williamson. And 23, the ball carrier, or 22, I guess, wasn't it? 26. Okay, 26 ball carrier, Robbie Phillips, I guess that is. It's kind of hard to read that when you get those photocopies. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Saints right on the 40-yard line. And the Pikeville College defense back on the field. And Pikeville College really look like they're coming hard. They've got 8 men in the box, 9 men in the box. And here they come trying to stop. And the ball carrier in the backfield dropped immediately for a loss. He's dropped back there by number 56, Travis Washington. So Travis Washington in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss as the ball will be marked now at the 37-yard line. And the big blitz coming by Pikeville College up the middle stops Thomas More in their tracks. And look for Pikeville College to do quite a bit of that, is they do a lot of stunts out of this defense, play a lot of man coverage, try to utilize their speed on the outside to cover the wide receivers for Thomas More one-on-one. Thomas More, of course, goes a lot with the double tight end, and this time they're going to go with 3 wideouts, 2 split to the right, 1 to the left. And Michael Braxton trying to come across the line of scrimmage, gets back before the ball snapped. Long snap count, waiting for movement in the backfield, and back to throw is quarterback and incomplete. Ball out there intended for number 94 for Thomas More. Number 84 for Thomas More. Let me find well, the wind's blowing my roster out of my hands here. Hard to hold on to it. The intended receiver was Maurice Reese. And Scott Garber's pass incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 13 now from 37. And the Pikeville College defense, again, coming hard, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, making him get rid of that one quickly, as they're going to bring a lot of, looks like they're going to load up the line of scrimmage again. Here we've got, looks like we've got about 7 in the box this time. Coming hard, the quarterback, Garber in shotgun. 2 wideouts and 2 split backs beside of him. Back to throw. He's got pretty good protection. He's got all day back there. Finally, the protection breaks down. They're going to run him out of the pocket, and he is going to be dropped at about the 40-yard line by number 4, Charlie Miller. And Charlie Miller gets, I guess we'll give him a quarterback sack. Well, no, won't be a sack because he was actually flushed out of the pocket. He picked up 3 yards positive yardage, but it'll bring up 4th and about 10 as the ball be spotted right on the 40. So punting situation. So Greg Williamson back again deep for Pikeville. And number 80 back to punt the ball for Thomas More is Jason Riggs. And Riggs taking a long time on the snap, getting everybody set. And we're ready now. There's the snap. Good snap. No rush. Pikeville College getting ready to put on a return. Ball kicked away toward the sideline. This time it will take a Pikeville College bounce, and it'll fall dead at about the 31-yard line where they'll start 1st and 10. And Scott Branton leads his troops back out on the field to try to extend that 6-point lead. They're going to spot it right at the 31. We've got 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Well, 5:47. They stopped the clock. I usually get it when it's running down, but they stopped it after the after the kickoff, getting the ball set and everything. Pikeville College lined up. They've got trips to the right and a single receiver over to the left. Branton back in the shotgun. Looks like that's Dewberry with him. And this time he's going to throw the little screen pass out to Dewberry. Dewberry makes a good move, trying to get to the outside, and then just bulls his way ahead to the 35. But we do have a flag in the backfield. So that one will probably come back, as it'll be holding on Pikeville College. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the point of foul. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. And waiting on Thomas More to accept the penalty. I'm sure they will, because if they don't, it's a 5-yard pickup for Dewberry on the screen pass. So it'll back them up about 10. Let's see where they're going to mark it off from. Looks like it'll be from they mark it off from the 25. That'll be back to the 15. That'll be a big penalty for Pikeville College. And it'll be first down, but it'll be first and about 20, 25 yards. Let's see. They're going to mark it back at the 15-yard line, so it'll be first and 25 for Pikeville. So now again, this time we've got trips to the left and a single wide out to the right. Dewberry in the backfield with Branton. Here comes the blitz. Ball given to Dewberry up the middle, and Dewberry trying to get to the outside. He's got one man to beat, and he's got some big yardage. Dewberry will have a first down and then some, as he's going to be out across the 50. Down inside Thomas More territory. He'll go out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him right at the 36. So it'll be first and 10 for the Bears as Derek Dewberry goes from the 15 to the 37. Let's see, it's about 48 yards, I think, on the run, as Dewberry got one block from his wide receiver out on the far side, and once he got to the sideline, he just turns on the speed and takes off up the side. And Pikeville College going out to that no huddle. First and 10, the ball marked at the 36-yard line. Back to Branton. Branton fakes the screen, going downfield, got a man open. Touchdown, Pikeville College, as Terrence Pride, when they fake the little screen pass, the safeties come up trying to make the tackle. Terrence Pride goes free down the middle, and it's a 24-yard touchdown pass, 34-yard touchdown pass for Pikeville College. Scott Branton to Terrence Pride, and that will make your score 12-0 Bears. And this time Pikeville College is going to go for two, as they missed the first extra point on the bad snap. Branton in the shotgun. He's got trips to the right, single wide out to the left. Dewberry the single setback. And here's the snap. And he's going to roll to his right in the end zone, just a little bit low, intended for Terrence Pride. No, excuse me, that was intended for Paul Jones, number 1. So with 5:07, the Bears lead this one 12-0, and we'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More College, as the Bears lead it 12-0 with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. After the big run by Dewberry, a 36-yard touchdown pass from Branton to Pride, and here comes the low squib kick. The ball fielded inside the 30, and Thomas More trying to bring it back out. That is number 26 on the carry, Robbie Phillips again, and Phillips will get the ball up to about the 38-yard line, where it'll be first and 10 for the Saints. And that Bear defense doing a good job, but we do have a flag down on the field back here inside the 40-yard line. So let's see what the call is going to be, as the officials looks like they're going to talk to Thomas More. So it's going to be on Pikeville College, probably offsides on the Bears. Let's see. Let's see what we've got. If it is, it'll be a, let's see, here's the official getting ready to tell us the call on the defense. And it looks like they're going to take the 5-yard penalty and make them kick it again. So interesting call there, as they had pretty good field position at the 38-yard line, first and 10, but they've elected to try to make the run back again. And Mahoney will tee it back up this time from the 35 instead of the 40. And Thomas More has number 24, Dan Wolford deep, Brendan Zinni deep. That's an interesting one. And looks like that is 86 back over on the other side. Let me find his name back over here, is Donnie Weaver. But Pikeville College tends to kick the ball up to the up back, so watch for it to be a short squib kick, trying to slow the return down, as Mahoney doesn't have the leg to put it up high and give them time for it to come down, but with their speed and the strength of their defense, they just try to keep the ball down and keep the return short. And the wind playing havoc out there is it keeps blowing the ball off the tee. Every time Mahoney tees it up, the wind blows it down. But we're ready to kick it away again if the wind doesn't knock it off the tee, and it's a good burst of wind coming here. It's kind of cool up on top of this press box. So Mahoney kicks the ball away, and this time another kick angle to the sideline, be picked up over about 24, trying to cut back to the inside with it. He's got a lane. He's breaking through. He's got a one to beat, and finally gets pulled down at about the 38-yard line by number 40 for Pikeville College. 44 for Pikeville College. So 44 is Nick Humphreys on the tackle, and that was 24 on the return. Brendan Zinni, a wide receiver from Baden, Ohio. And the Bears back on defense again as they give the ball up. They're going to mark it right on the 40 now. 1st and 10 for the Saints. And again, Pikeville College with, looks like they've got 8 men up in the box this time, coming hard at them. And here comes the snap, the pitch back, and it's dropped back there and fallen on by the tailback, which is number 27 is the tailback. The pitch to Nick Parton by Scott Garver, just having a hard time looking at that blitz coming up the middle. I think they get hearing a little footsteps and tries to get the ball off a little bit too quick. So they lose another 5 as it'll be marked back at the 35 now. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Saints. And Pikeville College bringing a lot of that defensive pressure up the front, trying to disrupt the offensive scheme of the Saints. Here's the I formation, Garver under center. And taking a long snap count, trying to draw Pikeville off sides. This time he drops it back, gives it to his tailback, and he picks it up this time. He'll get a couple of yards as he'll get up to about the 38. And again, that is... Yep, I didn't get his... I think it's Robbie Phillips again. Let me see. Nope, it's 27, not 26. That's Nick Parton. So Parton will kick up about 4 yards, bringing up 3rd and 11 now for the Saints. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Pikeville College on top, 12-0. And Thomas More taking a long time in the huddle as they're trying to figure out what's happening to them here. This is a first-year NAIA team, but now they've got 4 men in the pattern, 3 trips to the right or to the left, and 1 wide receiver to the right. Garver under center. Long snap count. And Garver back to throw under pressure. Gets it off up the middle. Nope, incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver out there, number 10, Chris Maddox. But we do have a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is going to be. And it will be against the Thomas More Saints. Let's see if Pikeville College will take that or take the play. I would imagine they'll take the play, bringing up 4th and 11. It is declined, so it is 4th and 11 on it was an illegal motion penalty against the Thomas More Saints, but Pikeville College will take the penalty and bring the punt return team back onto the field. And back deep to return is Greg Williamson. And Williamson will be standing back at about the 35-yard line. And again, into punt for Thomas More, Jason Riggs. So Pikeville College with about 10 men within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Looks like they've got a return set up, though. Riggs taking a long time again into punt formation. And there's the snap. Pikeville College setting up the return. Good kick as that ball is going to be fielded at the 20. Williamson, and he'll bring it back up to about the 25-yard line, so about a 5-yard return where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears with just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They're going to mark it at the, well, they're not going to give him much forward progress there. They're going to mark him back at the 23-yard line. I thought he made the 25 and was pushed back, but I may be wrong. Obviously I am, according to the officials, so it's 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. And Pikeville College waiting on the officials to get the ball off the field. And it's a long way to throw it 50 yards across the field for an official. I guess they don't not used to it. Pikeville College with 5 wideouts, trips to the left and a twins to the right. Branton back in the backfield by himself. This time plenty of time, gets the ball out to 81, I believe it is Parker. And Parker will go out at about the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 7. Tommy Parker Jr. So 2nd, and we'll call it 2nd and 4 for the Bears. Pickup of about 6. Exactly 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Again, trips to the left, twins to the right. Branton, the sole man in the backfield. Here comes the snap, and Branton has protection again. Throws it out to Parker. Parker will catch it now at about the 32, 33-yard line. A pickup of about 2. Call it 3rd and 1 down for the Bears. As the official calls for time, let's see, is he going to call for a measurement again here? Let's see. Nope, they're going to say it's a first down, so it'll be a pickup of 3. 1st and 10 now for the Bears. The ball resting at the 33-yard line. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, trips to the left, twins to the right. Branton in the shotgun by himself. Here comes the blitz from the linebacker. Pikeville College picks it up. Branton has a man. Parker out there, incomplete. Just overthrows him. And Branton gets hit after the play, so had to pay for that one, but just didn't quite get it in on target. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Pikeville College. Ball resting on the 33. And here comes Dewberry into the lineup, so we'll go to 4 wideouts, twins to each side. Dewberry in the backfield with Branton. Thomas More with 4 down linemen up on the front. Linebackers playing back at a respectable distance. Here comes one cheating up like he's wanting to blitz, and here he comes. Dewberry fakes the handoff to Dewberry. Rolling out, incomplete, almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of the defensive back, number 22, Nick Beck, and he had designs on that one as he should have probably should have intercepted it as the receiver was overthrown. But it's 3rd and 10 for the Bears, nevertheless. And watch for Dewberry still in the backfield. We've got 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. Branton in the shotgun, Dewberry back there with him. Branton kind of shaking that left arm, or right arm, excuse me. I don't know if it's the cold out there or whether he got stung a little bit on that hit. Here comes the blitz. Ball given to Dewberry. He's got a little lane outside. And Dewberry tries to make a couple of moves and forces his way ahead. He's out there. He's close to a first down. It's all going to depend on the mark of the ball. Let's see where they're going to mark it at. And they're going to mark it back a little bit, much to the chagrin of Coach. Well, actually, it will be a first down, so we'll give him a pickup of 10 for Derek Dewberry. And I tell you what, Dewberry stood there and tried to make that little juke move, and nobody would have nothing to do, so he just lowered his head and tried to run over him, and he did enough for a first down, as it'll be 1st and 10 now on about the 43-yard line. Branton in the shotgun, Dewberry the single setback, 4 wideouts. And here comes Dewberry with the ball again up the middle. Dewberry just hurdles a man and goes out across the 50 to about the 52, 53-yard line, a pickup of at least 9 for Derek Dewberry. And I tell you, Dewberry on schedule to get his 100 yards again tonight. He may have them in the first half as the way he's running the ball so far. As a minute 40 to go in the first quarter. Dewberry has a pickup of 9, 2nd down and 1 for the Bears. And Dewberry coming out of the ball game. Carl Scriven in at the tailback. Branton still having a little trouble out of that right hand out there as he's trying to shake off some nerve tingles, looks like. But 4 wideouts in the pattern. Scriven the single setback. Now they're going to flip-flop him. And Branton making an audible call out there on his blocking scheme. Gives the ball to Scriven. Scriven will drop down inside and pick up the first down as he's out across the 45. Well, they're going to look like they're going to spot him right on the 45, but that's enough for a Pikeville College first down, a pickup of about 2. So it's 1st and 10 now from the 35 with a minute 13 to go in the first quarter. And Scriven will stay in the ball game. 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. Branton in the shotgun. And Thomas Moore again with the 4 down lineman. Nobody cheating up this time, doesn't look like. Looks like the linebacker over on the far side. Both of them are scooting up now like they're wanting to come. Here comes one, and he's picked up. Branton throwing the ball out to Tommy Parker Jr. Did he get in bounds? Yes. So it'll be should be another first down as he is out across the 20 or 35-yard line now. 1st and 10 for the Bears, so another 10-yard pickup as Pikeville College just picking away now with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. Leading this one 12-0, and they've got the ball now at the 35 or 34-yard line of Thomas More. Branton again, the single set back in the backfield is Scriven. 2 wideouts to each side. Branton takes the snap. This time the ball fakes the gut to give to Scriven. An intended pass out there for Terrence Pride, incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 43 seconds to go. I don't think the clock even moved on that play as it had 43 on it a while ago. So that was evidently a quick play here. The clock operator went to sleep one. But it is still 2nd and 10 for the Bears. The ball resting on the 43-yard line of Thomas More. Scriven the single setback, 4 wideouts. This time the ball given to Scriven. And Scriven, not much there. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And Pikeville College will get another 15 on that, as that's a late hit coming in from Thomas More. So they'll attack on the personal foul. And Pikeville College will get a first down via that. And Carl Scrivens really took a lick there as they came in and hit him after he was stood up. And looks like they're going to bring Scriven. Well, Scriven's going to get up and come out of the game on his own as he took a shot. But Scriven, a tough kid, as he'll come out and try to get back in there. He'll be back before the day's over if he's walking out under his own power like that. So I'm sure that's going to be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct on Thomas More. So that'll move the ball down inside the 20. And it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Bears. So Dewberry comes back into the game at the tailback. He got 4 wideouts. Branton, the quarterback in the shotgun, with Dewberry, the single setback. 1st and 10 at the 19. Long snap. Branton back to throw. Got a man in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Paul Jones. As Jones really should have had that one as he hit him right in the hands. He just couldn't hold on to it. But it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bears with 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ball on the 19-yard line. Again, the 4 wide out set, 2 to each side. And Dewberry, the single setback. Branton making his call from the shotgun. Starting to warm up a little bit out here as the sun's starting to shine. The wind's quit blowing, so that makes good football weather for us. And this time the ball given to Dewberry up the middle. And Dewberry will bull his way ahead inside the 15 to a, well, they're going to spot him right on the 15, looks like from here. So it'll be a pickup of 4, bringing up 3rd and 6 now for Pikeville. And we'll have to wait till the second quarter to see what happens, as at the end of 1, Pikeville College 12, Thomas More nothing, and we'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Back here at Thomas More as Pikeville College has the lead 12 to nothing. 3rd and 10, the ball resting on the 15-yard line, so 3rd and 5 from the 15 with just ready to start the second quarter. There's the whistle. And Branton under center this time with Dewberry the single setback. Double tight ends, 2 wide outs to this side. And this time the fake to Dewberry. A nice fake as he rolls out wide open in the end zone. Incomplete. The pass meant out there for his tight end number 85. Let me find him over here. I believe that is, well, I got too many pages of paper. 85, Jason Anderson. The pass incomplete, but it brings up 4th and 5. And Pikeville College will go for it here as the ball resting on the 15-yard line, 4th and 5. Had trouble converting the field goals last week and not going to take the chance here. Dewberry the single setback, again double tight, 2 wide outs to the near side. Branton under center will take the timeout. And I tell you what, we'll stay here and talk about it a little bit. We're just talking about one of the coaches over on the Thomas More sideline, running up and down the sideline in a motorized wheelchair. And tell you that's a lot of determination and grit to be out here coaching in a situation like that. And you got to admire anybody that can do something like that in a ball game, especially in the game of football, where he's taking a chance of getting hit just like anybody else, because it's hard to get out of the way. But 14:55 to go here in the first half. Pikeville College on top, 12 to nothing. They've got 4th and 5 from the 5-yard line, and don't know if they'll go for it or not. As I see the quarterback still out there in the huddle. I don't see the kicker anywhere close. Matter of fact, I've even lost him. He kind of walked off a while ago at the end of that play. But it's going to be an interesting call here. Coach Willis really a gambler. He'll go for it when he leave his defense in good position, and this would be good field position. And here we come back out on the field. We're going to have 4 wide outs and Dewberry the single setback. Branton will go from the shotgun this time. Evidently, Branton must have seen something out there on the defense and wanted to talk it over with Coach Willis, as we've got twins to each side. Dewberry again, the single setback. Here comes the defense cheating up. And man in motion coming back to this side. This time they're going to give it to Dewberry, and Dewberry not going to make it as he's going to get inside the 15 to about the 14. And Pikeville College will turn it over on downs to Thomas More. Pretty good play call there. As thought everybody was fooled, but Dewberry unable to carry a bunch of Saints into the end zone. As I tell you, he's carried a lot of people on his back all night, but that time just came up a little bit short, so they're going to mark the ball right at the 15 now. Looked like he got into the 14, but needless to say, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Saints from the 15. And Thomas More comes up the line of scrimmage this time with 2 wide outs in the I formation. Greer under center, takes the snap, and not much there. Matter of fact, they may actually have lost a yard there, as Pikeville College again coming hard with that front line on the defensive side. I believe that was number 61 in on the tackle. Let me find him over here if I don't lose all my papers here. Doug Screen. So Doug Screen got in the backfield and really disrupted the offensive pressure. So they're going to say no gain right at the 15. 2nd and 10 now for the Saints. Again, the same formation, the I. Greer under center. Or Garver under center, excuse me. Garver this time the ball given to his tailback and nothing there as he'll go down at about the 7-yard line, or it'll be 3rd and about 13. And again, big Doug Screen getting back there in the backfield, and Thomas More unable to hold him out as he's just creating havoc back there. He's 2 plays in a row that Screen has been in there and really put a hurting on him. So now it's 3rd and 13 from the 10. Well, actually the ball, yeah, they got 3rd and 10, but it's 3rd and about 12 from the 13. That's more like it. I'll get it out here now. Thomas More now with 2 wide outs to this Twins to each side. Garver under center. Snap back to throw. Got a man open, and it's going to be complete out there. And it'll be for, no, I don't believe he had the first down as he had to get across the 25, so it'll bring up 4th and short as the ball caught out there by number 86. Number 86 is Donnie Weaver, and Weaver will be, officials going to call timeout, but I thought for sure he had to get to the 25, but evidently, I don't know why they're calling an official timeout. They're not bringing the chains in, but who knows? Yeah, they are going to bring them on. It's going to be short by at least the length of a football, maybe more, as the ball had, unless the lines are crooked, that's not a first down, Bird, because that, they have to get to the 25 for the first down, and they're well short of it. And let's see. It's going to be a yard short, so it'll bring up 4th and 1. The ball resting on the 24-yard line. 13:06 to go in the half. Pikeville College on top, 12-0. Back in punt formation is Riggs. Back deep for Pikeville College is number 8, Greg Williamson. Pikeville may be going for the rush this time as they're coming up hard to the line of scrimmage. One man coming through, that's Braxton. I believe he might have been able to block that one. It will be picked up by the up back. No, he's going to fumble the punt. It may be picked up by Thomas More. It is, so it'll be 1st and 10, Thomas More from the 49-yard line, as the ball just not handled well by the short back. I think that might have been number 2. If it was T.J. Hudson. And it happened. You know, that will happen for you, but it'll give a first down to Thomas More on the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 now with 12:55 to go in the second quarter. Best field position Thomas More has had all night long, as Garver will come in under center, 4 wideouts, a single setback in the backfield. Garver with a long snap count. Takes it, back to throw, backpedaling. He's under some pressure, gets it off. Short, incomplete. Intended for the receiver out there, number 92, Luke Scarborough. No, incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Pikeville College with a little pressure coming up the middle, forcing Garver to roll out to his left. Nothing there, as being bared, coming down hard on him was the defensive end on that side. I didn't guess the number this time. But regardless, it's 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. And Thomas More coming back up again, this time with 2 wide outs to the far side and the I formation behind Garver. Man in motion coming back across. Garver pitches it back to his tailback, and he is drilled back there in the backfield by number 24, Tony Miller. And that was number 38 on the carry. 38 is Doug Sullivan, and Sullivan, just as soon as he got that one, Tony Miller drilled him. And the ball now laying back at the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 19. Well, 3rd and 18. So here come the Bears really coming at them hard again. And remember, this is a total all-freshman team, and Thomas More will be playing some sophomores on this team, I would think. Sophomores, mostly sophomores and freshmen. Garver under center. Nope, they got a new quarterback into the game. I must have missed the change, and he's back to throw. This one is short, way incomplete as Matt Hogg on the pass. That'll be 4th and 18 now facing Thomas More. So I'm sure Riggs back in punt formation again, and back deep for Pikeville is number 8, Williamson. Greg Williamson back deep, awaiting Riggs' punt. And so far, the best offense they've had has been the punt on the muffed kick a while ago. And Riggs, again, taking his time back there, waiting on his center to get set. Now the line's set. We're waiting on the snap. There it comes. Riggs gets the punt away, no pressure. And this time it'll take a bounce for Pikeville College, and they're going to end up downing it down at about the 33-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears with 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. So let's see what Pikeville comes out with this time. Dewberry back in the backfield. Looks like we're going to have trips to the near side. Maybe not, as they're flopping around here trying to get their position set. We've got twin receivers to each side. Dewberry the single setback, and Branton back in the shotgun. So Branton looking over the defense, making his call. Here comes the snap. The fake to Dewberry. He's got time. He's trying to go deep. He's got a man. Oh, just over the outstretched hands of Tommy Parker Jr. And Parker could have caught that one. It would have been 6, Bird, because there was nobody within a yard of him. He stretched out, gave his body up, but just couldn't pull it in. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. But that'll loosen up that Thomas More defense a little bit, as they're going to have to start respecting the deep ball, because Branton's got the arm and the receivers for it. We've got double wide outs to each side. Branton in the shotgun again. Dewberry the single setback. As Carl Scriven goes out early with a injury, don't know if he'll probably be back. This time the ball given to Dewberry. Dewberry trying to fight his way ahead. He'll pick up positive yardage, but not much. The ball resting on the 30. He'll pick up about 2, bringing up 3rd and 8 with 11:10 to go in the half. We've got 2 wide outs to each side again. Dewberry will remain the single setback. Branton in the shotgun. Look, giving a lot of cushion out there to the Pikeville receivers is Thomas More, respecting that speed. Dewberry flip-flops. Goes flip-flops again, and back to throw is Branton. He's got a man out there on the far side. He's trying to break the tackle, get loose, nothing going. And who is it on the reception over there? I can't see the number. Let's see, is it number 8? So that is number 8, Greg Williamson on the reception. So they'll pick up about 3-4 yards, bring up 4th and 5, and in to do the punting for Pikeville, Michael Burke. And back deep for Thomas More, I believe, is 26, Robbie Phillips. Burke gets good snap, a little bit of pressure, but he gets a kick away, and it's going to be a short kick, but it's going to take a Pikeville College bounce. And they're going to down it at about the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints with 9:54 to go in the second quarter. Pikeville College on top 12-0, but Thomas More starting to bring the defense into play. That's twice in a row they've stopped Pikeville College. After the first initial series, Pikeville started moving the ball well. Then Thomas More tightened up again, and The last two series, they've not been able to do much with it. And Thomas More will come back up the line of scrimmage. We've got Matt Hogg in at quarterback. We've got an I formation, 2 wideouts, 1 to each side. Hogg will be under center. We've got number 14, Whitehead at the fullback. And 36, Matt Newton at the tailback. The officials taking a long time to get everything set as they're over on the sidelines discussing something with the Thomas More coaching staff. Pikeville College looks like they're going to go with, well, they're bringing their linebackers up tight, but you can't really tell because they're probably just out there talking and waiting to see what's going to happen as we're waiting on everything to get set. Now the officials are ready to set the ball. Unless they're going to go over here and tell Coach Willis what's going on, is when they have a discussion like that, they try to give it to both sides. And he's going to come over here and talk it over with the coaching staff at Pikeville. Everything all right with you? All right with us? Go ahead. We're ready to go. Everybody's all smiles, so let's set the football and play. And the head referee is ready to blow the whistle, and we're ready to go. It's 1st and 10, Thomas More. The ball on the 37-yard line. Hogg under center. The I formation behind him. Here's the snap. Hogg trying to roll out on a, I guess that's an option as he tries to get it outside over there, and not much. They may have gotten a yard as they get to the outside. Let's see, that was Matt Newton on the carry as he's playing the tailback, so he got about a yard, 2nd and 9 for Thomas More. First time we've seen the option out of him, and that's kind of a deep option as Hogg drops back about 2 or 3 steps like he's going to drop back to throw it, and then rolls out to his left and then tries to pitch the ball back to his tailback, nothing going. And now we're going to go with a 4 wideouts and 1 back in the backfield, but Hogg again will be under center. Hogg takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to go down. That is number 99 and 45. 99 is Michael Braxton and 45 is B.J. Jackson. So the 2 inside tackles just annihilate the front line of Thomas More. And before Hogg could even look downfield to make the pass, they crush him. So 3rd and about, third and 14 for Thomas More. 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the half. And Pikeville defense again looking tough as the only thing they've really given up is the muffed punt return a while ago as the I formation behind Hogg. Hogg takes a long time on the snap count. Drops back, fakes the handoff, going to try to throw the little screen out there. And again, he's going to be dropped on the screen. That is number 40 over there. Number 40, Mike Shepard into the ball game. It was 41. 41, where's Larry Forrester, the right cornerback, coming up to make the tackle. Bringing up 4th and about 15 now for Thomas More with 8:37 to go in the first half. Riggs back to punt, and back deep for Pikeville College is Greg Williamson. Williamson going to come up to about the 40-yard line waiting on the kick. And Pikeville trying to set up the return, and a good boot. This one's going to back him up to about the 30. And Williamson makes a move. He's got a little lane up the middle, fights his way back up to about the 38-yard line. And I'll tell you, good punt coverage by Thomas More that time as they came down, stayed in their lanes. And Williamson broke a couple of tackles, but unable to break free in the middle of the field, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears on the 38-yard line. Their own 38. And look for Pikeville. Looks like they're going to go with the double tight. Double tight end, Dewberry the single setback. And 2 wide receivers split, 1 to each side. And this time Branton will go under center. Waiting on the official to set the ball, and we're ready to play as they're going to back it up to about the 37 now. 1st and 10 from the 37. Branton under center. Here comes the rush, and their roll-out pass. Tommy Parker Jr., they're going to call it a completion. So Parker will pick up about 5-6 yards, getting him out to about the 34-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and about, we'll give him 6, 2nd and 4 for Pikeville College. As Branton goes to the double tight end set, trying to show the look of run and throw the pass out of it. Again, the same double tight, 2 wideouts. Brandt under center. Dewberry in the backfield. This time the handoff to Dewberry. Dewberry trying to get to the outside. He's got a lead block out there, and he's going to be up close to the first down. As nice block out there by Big Adam Bailey, the freshman. Well, actually, he's a sophomore, I think, from Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Is he pulls from that tackle spot and does a nice job leading the play. Pulls from right tackle to lead the play around the left end. I tell you what, Big Adam coming around through you, you'll know it when he hits you, as it is 1st and 10 for Pikeville College. Again, the double tight end set. Dewberry the single setback. And Branton straight drop back to throw. And from Tommy Parker catches the pass for a touchdown. That's a 51-yard touchdown pass. As I thought the ball was tipped up, I believe it was. I thought Parker was forced out of bounds, but all of a sudden he comes up with the football, and he goes all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. So a 41-yard touchdown pass from Scott Branton to Tommy Parker Jr. makes your score Pikeville College 18, Thomas More 0. So on to attempt the extra point this time is, well, I've lost my mind here. I know his name wasn't Omon, so I have to look on the roster here. It is Mike Mahoney on to attempt the extra point with 7:06 to go in the first half. Pikeville College on top 18-0. Snaps down and good. Mahoney's kick, no good. So your score remains 18-0 with 7:06 to go in the first half. And this is the Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More as Pikeville College has taken the 18-0 lead on the 51-yard touchdown pass from Scott Branton to Tommy Parker Jr. And we're set to kick off as Mahoney tees the ball up at the 35-yard line. So evidently we had a penalty there somewhere, Bird. I don't know what we had, but they marched it back. So it's kicking from the 35-yard line is Mahoney. And this time actually it's kicked straight down the middle. And Mahoney's kick is going to go in and out of the end zone for a touchback. So Mike Mahoney gets a good kick off, and Thomas More will start out 1st and 10 from the 20 as the ball goes all the way through the end zone. And the Pikeville College defense coming out on the field, and Michael Braxton down there with his helmet off, walking around with a little bit of a limp. That's not a good sign if you're a Bear fan, because Braxton doing a fine job in the middle all year so far. And just as soon as the officials get set, we're ready to go here as Thomas More. Looks like they may be bringing in another quarterback out there. I see number 10 coming onto the field. That's Chris Maddox. Well, actually, I don't think Maddox is a quarterback, though. What do we got? Can't see my quarterback number. Number 11. So that will remain Matt Hogg. Hogg under center. I formation behind him. Takes the snap and rolling out, trying to make the play. Hit, intercepted, Pikeville College. And tiptoeing down the sideline, goes out at the 15-yard line is number 56. And I see Pikeville College getting upset, but he was out of bounds, I believe, as the interception made by number 56. Trying to find him on my roster here. Well, if I look on the defensive side, it might help, Bird. I was looking at the offense. 56 is Travis Washington. So Travis Washington with the big interception gives the Pikeville College Bears a first down on the 10-yard line with 6:50 to go here in the first half, leading 18-0. Branton again will go from the double tight end with 2 wideouts. And the single setback in this formation is Derek Dewberry. Branton under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Dewberry, rolling out. He's wide open and just throws it short. Branton may have been well served to tuck that one in and run it, as he had probably 10 yards. He would have got a first down, which they can do at the 5-yard line. But the pass incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 15. And again, the double tight. It's 2 wideouts. Dewberry the single setback. Branton under center, making his audible calls. Takes the snap. This time the give to Dewberry, and Dewberry inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line, but we do have a flag back here in the backfield. So it will be holding against Pikeville College, and that will back them up another 10 yards. So the good run by Dewberry will come back. as the man in the white hat says it was holding. So I'm sure Thomas More will back them up, as that will probably put them out of field goal range, which I don't know if Pikeville will go for a field goal right now. Mike Mahoney struggling a little bit from the kicking position. So look for Pikeville College to go for it on fourth down. If that situation comes up, it will remain second down, but it'll be second and about 15 from the 20. So second and 15. Again, the double tight, two wideouts. Dewberry the single setback, and Branton will be under center. Branton looking over the defense, making his call, and takes a snap again to give to Dewberry, and Dewberry not much there. Is he going to get down in? Well, Dewberry still fighting ahead as he'll get down inside the 15 to about the 14, and Derek Dewberry just showing a lot of strength and determination on that one. Lowers his head, thought he was going to go down for a gain of about 1, and he ends up picking up 6, making it 3rd and 9 from the 9, or from the 14. And Pikeville again in the double tight end. Dewberry, well, we have a change in there. Excuse me, losing my mind here. Let's see. Marcus King at the tailback, and this time Marcus King gets the ball, and Marcus makes a good move, gets down inside the 10, close to the 6-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark him on the 6 or the 7, where it'll be 4th down for Pikeville College, but it's going to be 4th and short. 4th, and we're going to call it 4th and 2, as they're going to mark the ball right at the 7, and they've got to get to the 5 for a first down. And again, the double tight end, Marcus King, the single setback, 2 wide out, split 1 to each side. Branton under center. Branton making his call, looking at the defense. And let's see, look for Marcus King to get the ball. King up the middle, touchdown, Pikeville College. So Marcus King on the 7-yard run will put Pikeville College on top 24-0 with 5:05 to go in the first half. No flags on the play, so that one will stand, and Pikeville will go for 2 on the extra point as the wide receivers come into the field. There's Dusty Hall to make trips to the right, 1 wide out to the left, and Marcus King the single setback as we're going to go for 2. Branton in the shotgun. And now he's going to move up under center. Takes the snap, drops back, short pass in the corner, and the extra point is good as Tommy Parker Jr. just jumps up and takes it away from the defensive back. And Pikeville College is taking the lead now, 26-0, with 5:05 to go in the first half. And we'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More College as Pikeville has taken the lead 26-0 and set to kick the ball off. And again, they're going to tee it up at the 35. And Mike Mahoney set to kick. Again, Mahoney gets another good kick away. This one will be fielded at the 8-yard line. And coming back this way with it is Thomas More, and a pretty good run as he's going to get back up to about the 30. That is number 24, Brendan Zinni, on the carry, and Zinni will give good field position out to the Saints as they're going to mark it right at the 30. Well, they're going to mark it at the 39 now. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints. I keep watching the linesman over here, and he's always a yard ahead of the ball on me. But 4:55 to go here in the half. And we'll be glad to go down inside the press box at halftime, Bird, when it's a little bit warmer here, because it's kind of cool up on top with this wind blowing. I bet it's blowing 30 miles an hour. And again, Thomas More with the I formation. Hogg under center, flips it back this time to the back in the backfield. I think that's Zinni again, 24. Brendan Zinni this time will pick up a couple of yards as he's going to get up to about the 32-yard line, where it'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7 now. Ball resting on the 33. 4:36 to go in the first half. Pikeville on top 26-0. And Michael Braxton back out in the ball game, which is a good thing to see. He was over here a while ago walking like we had a little bit of a limp, but maybe not. And here's the I formation again behind Hogg. And Hogg fakes the handoff, trying to roll out and throw it, and down he goes. And there's Michael Braxton back there.
with the big sack. So Pikeville College again coming out strong on the defense. A 3-yard sack will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Saints, as Michael Braxton just goes back there and says, not in front of me, you're not. Braxton, a big old boy too, I tell you. I guess we should call Braxton a man, as he's a monster out there when he wants to be. But a real nice guy off the field if you get to know him. 3:40 to go in the first half. 3rd and 10. And timeout, Thomas More. And with that, we'll take a timeout and be right back under Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More, as it's 3rd and 10 for the Saints from the 29-yard line. Hogg under center with the eye behind him. 3 wideouts. Man in motion is Zinni coming back to the front. And back to throw, and I'll tell you what, that one right there, and down he's going to go at the 30-yard line. Not much there. I think Michael Braxton might have been the first man in on the hit, but there was a bunch of Bears as they just swarmed all over him. And the play was so fast that B.J. Jackson didn't get a chance to stick his hands up, because that went right over his head. If he'd had enough time to react on that one, he could have intercepted it or knocked it down. But it is now 1st and 10 for the Bears, as that was, no, excuse me, it's 4th and 10. And back to punt for Thomas More is Riggs, and back deep for Pikeville is Williamson. Nope. That may not be Williamson this time. Let's see. That may be a 6 instead of an 8. Nope, that's Greg Williamson. And Williamson knocks the ball down. He's got a little bit of a lane. Makes a nice move back to the inside. He's back inside the open field. One man to meet. And what a block out there, as Williamson will go untouched into the end zone after the big block out there by number 40. Let me find him on there, because he got to have credit for that one, as he just drilled him. Mike Shepard comes through and he just drills him. And that gave nobody left to touch him, and he went in for the touchdown to make it 32-0 with 2:36 to go in the first half. And Pikeville College on a roll here, as they're really putting some points on the board. And they're going to go for 2 here again. Nope, Mahoney into the ball game. So they're going to go for the extra point. 2:36 to go. And Pikeville College is going to call a timeout, and we'll take a timeout and be right back. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. I saw him ask for a timeout, and I thought the official was going to give it to him, but maybe not. I don't know what the deal was there, do you? But he said timeout, and the official said, nope, just bring your player on in. We're going to let you do it. So Mahoney's set to kick the extra point. And I don't think they're going to put any rush on. I think they've agreed that on extra points that there'll be no rush here, since it is a JV game. So Mahoney's set to kick. And waiting on the snap. The hold is down. Snap is up. Kick looks like this one is good, and it is. So that will make your score, Pikeville College 33, Thomas More nothing, and we'll be right back on Intermountain Sports. Welcome back to Thomas More, as Pikeville has taken the 33-0 lead on the punt return. I guess it was about a 60-yard return there by Greg Williamson, as he took the ball, brought it up into the middle, got hit, broke a couple of tackles, got across the 50, and then the big play out there was the hit by Shepard, and Shepard made a nice block at about the 40, and then it was nobody left to tackle him, so he waltzed into the end zone. And Pikeville College has the lead 33-0. The kick by Mahoney back taken at the 15-yard line. And Zinni coming back to this side, and he is going to be dropped out there at about the 23. And that is number 48 on the tackle. That is Hank Mullins. So Hank Mullins comes in and makes a nice tackle on the nice open field tackle on the kick return. And with 2:25 to go, we have a penalty on Pikeville College. I didn't see what the call was, but I did see him pointing at Pikeville. But it is, with 2:25 to go, Pikeville College has the lead, 33-0. And it will be offsides on the defense. So we're going to kick it over again, as I see the flag back here now. So it's going to be, he'll be kicking this one away from the 30 this time. And we've got, like I say, 2:25 to go in the first half. Pikeville College leads it 33-0. And I'm ready to get it. get it back in gear here. And Mahoney has the ball teed up on the 30 and ready to kick it again. Here it goes. This time the kick will be, it'll hit it to 20. It's going to take a Pikeville College bounce. It'll be picked up back at about the 8-yard line. And Thomas More probably would have been better off taking that ball at the where they got it at, because now they're going to start at about the 19 as Pikeville College comes up with a good kick coverage on that one. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 17 now for Thomas More. And you don't want to have bad field position against this Pikeville College defense right now, because I tell you what, they're playing awful tough. After giving up the 34 points to Georgetown, they've given up only 7 now in 2 ball games and almost a half, as it's 2:13 to go here in this one. Hogg gives the ball to his tailback and nothing. He may have picked up a yard. We'll give him a pickup of 1 as he'll get out to about the 18. But with 2:05 and the clock running, the defense of Pikeville College looks like they may go for another shutout half here. As that one, we'll give him a gain. We'll give him a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. And 1:48 to go. Again, Thomas More will come. Looks like they're going to come back with that I formation. Hogg will be under center. And let's see, 34 will be your fullback. Now, all I know is that wind is getting awful cold up here. You may be able to hear it whistling even. And this time the ball given to the tailback. That is 24. Again, that is Brendan Zinni. And Zinni will get up to about the 25-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and about 2. Well, 3rd and 3. That's an awful long 2 there, it looks to me like. And Pikeville College says, well, you got a little bit of yards now. We're going to put the other team back in. As you see, big Michael Braxton and B.J. Jackson going back in at the tackles. And I don't think that I is going to run near as strong up the middle now. And here comes the I formation again. Hogg under center. And this time the pitch back to Zinni, and Zinni's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. Give him a gain of 1, making it 4th and about 1 for Thomas More with 40 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see, 3rd and 1. Are they going to? They're not going to. I thought they were going to bring the chains in there for a minute. They had to look at them. The sun feels good now, Steve. As they're going to lay the ball right. Is he going right at about the 26, 27 yard line, somewhere in between the two, where it'll be 4th and 1 for Thomas More. And back to punt is Riggs, and back deep to receive again is Greg Williamson. Greg Williamson returned the last punt for a touchdown. And Pikeville College has a 33-0 lead with 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that scoreless, or that 7-point streak, they've given up 7 in the last 3 games, well, 2.5 games. And Williamson will pick this one up. And again, on that delay, here he comes. He's going to try to get to the outside. He's got some speed. If he can turn the corner, one man to beat. That's the punter. He has a block. Nope, and he slowed him down. He is going to go down at about the 24-yard line. So Greg Williamson showing again that electrifying speed as he cut the corner. If he could have got a block on the punter and didn't have to slow down, it'd have been 6. But it'll be first and 10 for the Bears. The ball now at the 24-yard line of Thomas More. 19 seconds on the clock. Twins to each side. The single set back in the backfield is Dewberry. Branton in the shotgun. The ball is set. We're ready to go. Branton calling for the snap. He's ready. Fakes the handoff to Dewberry. Going deep into the end zone. Did he catch it? Touchdown, Pikeville College, as again Tommy Parker Jr. just goes up and pulls the ball away from the defender. He got it right at the pylon and got 1 foot in. The official says it's 6, so Pikeville College now has the lead, 39-0 with 12 seconds to go in the half, and they put on an offensive show here in the first half, Steve. As Scott Branton throwing the ball well, Dewberry running well, Pikeville College clicking on all cylinders right here. And this time, again, we'll see Mahoney come on to attempt the extra point. Here comes the snap. Snaps down and kick looks to be good. It is. So your score now, Pikeville College 40, Thomas More nothing, and we'll be right back on the Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More here as Pikeville has just taken the lead on a 24-yard touchdown pass from Scott Branton to Tommy Parker Jr., and the extra point kicked in there by Mike Mahoney, so that will make your score Pikeville College 40, Thomas More nothing, and Mahoney set to kick it away. And this time a short kick be fielded at about the 15-yard line, and Brandon Zini trying to bring it up the outside, and he'll get it up to about the 37-yard line, so good return out there by Zini with only 4 seconds to go in the first half. Pikeville College brings the defense back out on the field for one final play. And look for Thomas More to maybe drop back and throw a Hail Mary if they can get the time, but that pass rush by Pikeville has been awful tough so far today. And let's see, we're waiting on the officials to set the ball. Thomas More bringing the play in from the sideline. Taking a long time in the huddle here. Timeout, Thomas More. So we'll take a timeout and be right back on your Intermountain Sports. And Thomas More will take a knee as Hogg goes in, takes a knee, and let the clock run out. And that's the first half with Pikeville College leading this one 40-0. We'll be right back and some halftime statistics and some notes for you on your Intermountain Sports Network. Good evening and welcome back to Thomas More College. It's here at halftime. Pikeville College has the lead 40-0. I'm here with Athletic Director Ron Dameron. And Ron, I think you've heard a good bunch of coaches out there.
Well, they've done a pretty good job so far. It's real nice to see them work with the kids the way they work with them and bring some kids to our area and also use a bunch of the kids that we have here. We're just real pleased with the program right now.
Well, I know that enrollment at Pikeville College is up substantially this year. How much of that do you attribute to the football program?
Well, some. We were up about 130 undergraduate students totally, Charlie, and out of that, about 65 of them were probably attributed to football players and the people they brought in. We were doing a very good job with our admissions staff prior to even the announcement of football, and we were really expecting a real good enrollment before that. And so just tying that together with that and the job that our staff did in working with the kids, we just had a real good year, and things are going well for us. The academics is unquestionably very, very good. The things going on campus is good. Just a lot of positives happening right now. Things are just going well, and we're just real happy with it.
Well, I know that Pikeville College has grown quite a bit in the last few years, and financially we're a sound institution. I know a few years back we had some problems, but since you and the new president, Hal Smith, have come on, things are doing a whole lot better.
Well, you can go back to around 1985, 84, and the board trustees saw fit, I guess, to have Bill Owens come in as president. He put the college on, with his leadership and the board of trustees, they put it on sound footing with the college, and they had to take baby steps at a time, and then President Owens decided to retire. Then the board hired President Smith, and he's just taken what President Smith Owens had built and has run with it also. And you just have to give credit to those two guys and to our board of trustees who have the knowledge and the foresight and basically the expertise to make sure the college is run well. And they're just a great bunch of people, and they do a tremendous job. Terry Dotson is chairman, Bill Baird, Dan Stratton, Chuck Christman. I'm going to miss half of them here, but they just do a tremendous job, and with their leadership, the college is doing well.
Well, thanks a lot, Ron, and hope we can do as well in the second half.
Okay.
To Thomas More as we're about to kick off the second half here. Pikeville College on top, 40-0, and they're going to kick the ball away to Thomas More here. And this time a onside kick. Pikeville College has it. Let's see. There's a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what the call is going to be. May have not have went. Well, no, it went 10 yards. What was the call? Did he call for a fair catch? I didn't see that, but maybe he did. I've never seen a lineman call for a fair catch before. But it's an automatic first down for Thomas More, and they'll keep the ball. As I don't know if he made the fair catch sign or not, but the official said he did, so there's where we'll go. We'll give you a couple of
try to quickly give you some first half stats here. Pikeville College, of course, scored 40. They had 16 first down, none for Thomas More. Had 143 passing yardage against 63 for Thomas More. Well, excuse me, 143 rushing yards and 202 passing yards for a total of 345 yards in the first half. They gave up a total of 14 yards to Thomas More. So Pikeville College totally dominating the first half. And here we go with the first play of the second half. I formation. We've got Garver in at quarterback. Garver gives the ball off to the other soft side over there. And let's see. Thomas More is going to pick up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Saints. As they got good field position out of that one, the ball actually ended up being spotted at the 37-yard line of Pikeville after the big penalty. So 2nd and 7 now. Garver under center. The I formation behind him. Long snap count. Garver takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to his fullback. And he's going to pick up about 4 more yards. That is number 34, Chad Kelly. And Kelly showing some strength running up the middle there. He's going to get the ball down to about the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3 there. And let's see. People running in and out of the huddle over there. Garver still in at quarterback. They made the change in the first half, put Matt Hogg in late in the first half. But Garver will come out again in the second. The I formation, 2 wide outs to the near side. Man in motion. Garver taking a long count under center. And back to throw is Garver. And he's in trouble, gets the ball out incomplete. His intended receiver again was number 34, Chad Kelly. And that'll bring up 4th and 3 now for the Saints. Let's see, they're in Pikeville College territory. I look for them to go for it here as they're trailing 40-0. They got to get some points on the board. As, nope, Riggs coming in, the punter. Interesting here as the quarterback stays in the game. Riggs also evidently a wide receiver. Let me see. Jason Riggs, wide receiver, also the punter, but he's going to go in at the wide receiver spot this time. The I formation again behind quarterback. Garver under center. Long snap count, trying to draw Pikeville off sides. Gives the ball up to the back in the backfield. No good, as he is going to be swarmed over by a host of Bears, and that was 27 on the carry, Nick Parton. And Parton lost yardage on that one, and Pikeville College will take over 1st and 10 now. The ball on about the 33-yard line, where Pikeville will again go in at the offensive unit and look for some changes in there here in the second half. And first thing we got is we have a change at the quarterback position. You see Jonathan Wright going in at quarterback. And Wright will be in the shotgun. He's got trips to the near side. And timeout, Thomas More. So we'll take a break and be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More as Pikeville College has the ball. 1st and 10 on the 33. Jonathan Wright in at quarterback. And Wright back to throw. Pass is complete out there to 84. And he'll get a pickup of about 8. And let's see, that is Kelvin Gibbs on the carry, or the reception. So Kelvin Gibbs will pick up about 8 yards, making it 2nd and 2 for Pikeville. And Jonathan Wright drops back the first pass play and throws it complete out there. And Wright again in the shotgun. He's got trips to the near side and a single wide receiver to the far. Single set back in the backfield is King. And back to throw. He's got a man open. Throws it over here complete. And let's see. We may have first down yardage as the ball gets out there pretty good. It is caught by, let me find him here. Got to get my other number chart out. Number 3, Kelsey Baker. So there he is, Kelsey Baker with the first down catch. He'll probably pick up about 3. We'll call it 1st and 10 now for the Bears with 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. Right in the shotgun. The ball spotted on the 45. Trips to the far side. Long snap count out there.
A long silent snap, actually. Here comes the center pulling out there. Marcus King with the ball. Marcus fighting his way ahead. He's got first down yardage. He finally breaks 3. Marcus has one man to outrun to the end zone. Touchdown, Pikeville College. So a 65 or 55-yard touchdown run for Marcus King as he breaks a couple of tackles up front, gets to the outside, turns on a burst of speed, and scampers into the end zone on the far corner. And Pikeville will now take the lead, 46-0. We do have a flag on the play. Let's see, is it in the end zone? What's it going? It's going to be against Pikeville, I would imagine. Let's see. Let's see what the call is going to be. I don't see where's the head official at. It's discussing it with Thomas Moore. We have a clip against the defense, so it will be declined, and the touchdown will stand. So 46-0, Pikeville College on top, and here comes Mike Mahoney on to attempt the extra point. And Pikeville College just starts off where they left off in the first half. Different quarterbacks and different receivers, but the result's still the same as Marcus King takes the ball 45 or 55 yards for the touchdown. Mahoney set to kick the ball. Waiting on the snap now from the center. And still waiting. There's the snap. Hold is down. The kick is up. Looks to be good. It is. So that will make your score. Pikeville 47. Thomas More nothing. And we'll be right back on the Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas More as Pikeville College on the 55-yard run by, excuse me, lost my mind again, Bird. I don't know. Marcus King. Marcus King scampers into the end zone for 55 yards, and Pikeville takes the lead 47-0. And this time Mahoney's kick will go down inside the 15-yard line, bringing it back up the middle, trying to get to the outside, and dropped over there by number 40. Mike Shepard is the running back. Brendan Zinni for Thomas More. So Thomas More again with pretty good field position, and there's a flag on the play out there at about the 40-yard line. Let's see what it's going to be. Is the ball right now resting right on the 45. Let's see what the flag is going to be. Looks like it's going to be face masking against Pikeville. Will it be the 5 or the 15-yard variety? Let's see what they're going to mark off. So if it's a personal foul, that means it's a 15-yard face mask penalty. So excellent field position now coming up for Thomas More as the ball will be marked across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Thomas More. And Thomas More now in the eye. 2 wideouts. Garver still in at quarterback. Pitches the ball back to his tailback, 27. That is Nick Parton. And Parton will get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see, does he pick up a yard? You give him a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Thomas More, 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Pikeville College with the big lead, 47-0. And a lot of clean jerseys out there for Pikeville as everybody getting into the ball game here. And let's see, Thomas More taking a long time breaking out of the huddle. Garver still in at quarterback. Got the I formation again behind him. 2 wideouts. And Garver taking the long snap count. Pitches the ball back in the backfield. The halfback pass, and nothing going there as he is hit just as soon as he tries to let go of the ball. And it's knocked loose out there by number 90. Where you at over here? Oh, on the defensive end of it, I'd say. It might be a whole lot easier, won't it, Bird? So number 90 for Pikeville College is Quentin Collins. And it's be 3rd down and 9 now for Thomas More. And Garver again in under center with the eye, but he's got 3 wideouts, 2 split to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion going out to the right. So it gives him trips out there. Back to throw is Garver. He's under some pressure. Garver is going to go down. He may have picked up a yard as he comes up through there. Let's see, who is it on the tackle? Can't see. 55 out there for Pikeville College. 55 is Dante Gibson, I think. That's right? Let me see if that's right. I don't think they got all the name on there. Dante Gibson. So that'll bring up 4th, and we'll call it 4th and 7. And back to punt is Riggs. Back deep for Pikeville is, can't see the number from here. Sun shining on him. And long snap count again, as they do that a lot. Here comes the punt by Riggs, and this is a good punt angling over toward the sideline. Picked up at the 5-yard line. And there's some speed out there. That is number 6, Michael Williams, on the return. Michael Williams will get out to about the 12-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 now for the Bears. And Jonathan Wright still in at quarterback. 1st and 10 with 9.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We've got 4 wideouts. Well, actually, we've got 3 wideouts to the near side and 2 to the far side, as Wright will be the only man in the backfield as he's in the shotgun. And trips right, twins to the left. Wright takes the snap and looking to throw, got some time, throws it across the middle, incomplete, as it was intended out there for number 6, Michael Williams. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Bears here with 9:24 to go in the third quarter. Again, Pikeville on top 47-0, as they have dominated this game from beginning to end, which is evident by a lot of the statistics we have in the first half, which we'll try to get some more of those to you here in a minute. Probably take a timeout break here in just a minute and do that for you. But again, this time we have 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. And the handoff given up the middle to King. Nothing there, as King is going to go down and actually lose yardage at he'll go down at the 14-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and about 13 for Pikeville. 9 minutes, just about 9 minutes to go in the third quarter here. They're going to remark it to 3rd and 12. Wright in the shotgun. He's got trips to the right, and 1 lone receiver to the left. Marcus King, the single setback. Wright rolling out, throwing deep. Oh, just in and out of the hands of his receiver. That one intended for number 3, Kelsey Baker. That'll bring up 4th and 12 for Pikeville, a punting situation, and look for Burke to come in and punt the ball away here. Let's see, make sure I got the right punter. Yep, that is Burke coming into the ball game. Burke from Shelby Valley up here in Pikeville. And he is a 6-foot, 190-pound freshman. And he'll be punting right from the 1-yard line, as that's where he's set to take the snap. Here's the snap, good snap. Burke has the ball, gets the kick away. Pretty good kick, as it's going to be fielded right at the 40-yard line, and that's where he's going to go down, maybe at the 41. We'll give him a gain of 1, and it's too tough to call the tackle, as he was met up there by about 4 of the Bears. So with 8:36 to go in the third quarter, 1st and 10, Thomas More on the 41-yard line of Pikeville College. And let's see what Pikeville comes out with. Looks like you see a lot more defensive players in there. We'll try to get as many of them. Anything we can get done for them, we get them on the air here with a play. And again, Thomas More taking a long time in the huddle, as they take a long offensive huddle and a long snap count. They use every bit of that 25-second clock on just about every play. And let's see, is that Garver still? Nope, that's new. We have a new quarterback into the ball game. Handoff up the middle up there, and they're going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards, as new quarterback is Will Castleberry, number 16, not number 6. Mike Ballinger, 1. Mike Ballinger, and a pickup of 9 by the running back. I missed that one. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 for Thomas More. The ball resting at the 29-yard line. They've got to get just past the 30, so really call it 2nd and half a yard. Bollinger under center. And looks like we'll have offsides on the defense there, as the long snap count. The new players in the ball game anxious to get a play. And it will be a 5-yard penalty against Pikeville College. It'll be the 1st and 10 for Thomas More. And the ball will be resting right about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Saints. Bollinger in at quarterback. They're going to go with the I formation. 2 wideouts. Bollinger takes the snap, back to throw, across the middle, and out there to his punter, number 80, Riggs, and he'll get inside the 20 at about the 18. So a pickup of about 7, and that'll bring up pickup of about 6. 2nd and 4 now for Thomas More. And Pikeville College giving up a little bit more yardage here late in the second half, late in the third quarter. Well, halfway through the third quarter, we'll say. And Thomas More again taking a long time in the huddle. Bollinger goes to the sideline to get his play and brings a couple players in with him. They're wanting a timeout, looks like. Nope. They're deciding what they want to do here, and they're going to call a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here and give you some halftime statistics. We did the interviews and need to get everything done for you at halftime. We'll go back to that again. Pikeville College with a total yardage in the first half of 345 yards on 38 plays. Thomas More had 26 plays and only 14 total yards, as they gave up only 26 yards rushing and 12 yards, 1 yard passing, for a total of 12 yards. I think that's the way I'm reading this right. Pikeville College had 1 interception for 11 yards. Derek Dewberry averaged 9.4 yards in the first half. He had 222 yards in the first half, so his streak of 100-yard games will continue. Marcus King had 20 yards and averaged 6.7 as he only had 3 carries. Scott Branton was 11 of 18 for 202 yards from the quarterback position. And Tommy Parker Jr. had 111 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. And looks like Thomas More ready to go back to play here. And let's see, let me get my papers back in line. That is Ballinger, it's quarterback, back to throw. He's looking for 80 down there in the end zone, and incomplete pass over there as Ballinger trying to hit Riggs over in the corner toward the end zone. And good pass defense out there by Pikeville College. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 now for Thomas More. 7:12 to go in the third quarter. And the sun's starting to go down here in northern Kentucky. Again, no lights on this field, so this one this one's over when it's dark, whether the time's up or not. And Thomas More, again, coming up the line of scrimmage in the I formation. Bollinger in at quarterback. They've got one wide receiver split right. Another long snap count. And Ballinger back this time, giving a handoff to the man in the back. And I believe he's going to be short. It'll be 4th and about 2. Let's see, that was, is that 39 on the carry? 39, Jeff Epley on the carry. So it'll be 4th and 2 now. Well, 4th and 3 for Thomas More. And let's see. Riggs will stay in it. Excuse me. Let's see. Ballinger will stay in at quarterback. I saw Riggs come in there at the wide receiver. I've been used to him in the punting spot. Again, the I formation. 1 wide receiver. Ballinger under center. Another long snap count. Trying to outdraw Pikeville off sides. And here's the snap. They're going to give it over to the fullback. And he's going to be close, but let's see what they're going to mark him short of the 15-yard line. Let's see. It's all going to depend on the spot of the ball here. They're going to have to bring the chains on and measure it, I believe. Let's see. And nope, they're going to say no, so it's short. 1st and 10 now for the Bears, going the other way as the defense is held one more time, and 6:14 to go in the third quarter. Pikeville will have it 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And Wright still in at quarterback. We've got twin wide receivers to each side. Marcus King, the single setback. Wright in the shotgun. Taking the snap. Looking. Kelsey Baker just off of his tips of his fingers. Threw the ball a little bit behind him. He turned, but got his hands. I probably should have pulled that one in. But it will go as an incompletion. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Bears. Ball resting on the 12 or 16-yard line. Right again in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to each side. Here comes high snap. He hands it off to Marcus King. King threads his way back through the line and out across the 25 to the 26, close to a first down. Let's see. They're going to, they'll probably, looks like he's going to be short on that one. It'll be third and well, they're going to, okay. I guess they're going to give him the first down. It'll be 1st and 10. The marker says 4, but they moved the chain, so it should be 1st and 10. And again, right in the shotgun, same thing, only flip King to the other side. Waiting on the snap. Here comes the blitz from the outside. Throws it incomplete, in and out of the hands of his intended over there. It's number 6, Michael Williams. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 again for the Bears. 5:26 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pikeville has the lead, 47-0. Again, right in the shotgun. 4 wideouts, single setback. 3 trips to the right, though. And this time he's going to throw it back to his left to 84, back across the 30, up to about the 32 there. That's Kelvin Gibbs, not much. Well, he'll pick up about 5. We'll give him a pickup of 6, bringing up 3rd down and 4 for the Bears here. Right, getting his sign from Coach Bryan on the sideline. Twin wide receivers to each side. Nope. Looks like we're going to go with a double tight and 2 splits this time. Nope. Trips to the far side and a single back on this side. I'm losing it. And right back in the shotgun. This time he gives the ball upside to Marcus King. Marcus King fights his way ahead. Let's see where they're going up spotting the ball. They're going to spot it out across the 35 at about the 36. Let's see who's got the spot, which official. They're going to bring the chains on and measure this one, I'd say. Nope. They're going to say it's 1st down. It looks awful close from up here, but they must be up. They got better eyesight down there than I do. It's 1st and 10 for the Bears with 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Right in the shotgun again. Trips to the right. Single back to the left. Single set back in the back is King. And he throws the ball out to King on a little swing pass. Marcus King will get across the 40 out to about the 42. A pickup of about 5, maybe 6 yards. They're going to give him pickup of 5. Make it 2nd down and 5 now for the Bears. And a bunch of the Bears are done for the first half as you see them out there with their shoulder pads off and their helmets sitting on the sideline. So a lot of the younger players getting in the ball game, I guess, is the best way to put it. Trips to the left or right, single set back to the right. This one out here to number 3. Let's see. And he'll have 1st down yardage. He'll be out across the 45. That is Kelsey Baker on the reception. So Kelsey Baker will push the ball out to about the 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Pikeville College Bears. So Jonathan Wright in at quarterback trying to engineer a scoring drive. I mean, Pikeville has the lead 47-0, but whoever's in there wants to get their name in the books if they can. And Jonathan Wright is out there trying to lead, and he's already led them to 1 touchdown here in the 2nd half. He'd like to lead them to another one, try to improve his situation at the quarterback, try to get more playing time by showing what he can do in the game. This time the ball given to losing it. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's given to Marcus King. And Marcus King will have a 1st down as they're going to have the ball out to the 40-yard line of Thomas More. 3:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pikeville College moving the ball well here. Again, trips to the left. Single back to the right. Single setback in the backfield is Marcus King. Right takes the snap. Back to throw. Going for it all. Ball incomplete. It was intended out there for Kelvin Gibbs. Thrown a little bit behind him. And with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Pikeville on the 40-yard line of Thomas More. And Wright getting his call in from the sideline again. twins to each side. Single set back in the backfield will be Kelsey Baker, or Marcus King, excuse me. Kelsey Baker's one of the splits. Right, takes the snap, gives the ball to King. King trying to fight his way ahead. He'll have some positive yardage, a pickup of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 now for the Bears with 2:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. And the clock will continue to run, and that's probably a merciful thing right now if you're a Saints fan, because Pikeville College putting a lot of points up on the board in this ball game. They've got a 47-0 lead, and we're still in the 3rd quarter of the ball game. Jonathan Wright again in the shotgun. He's got twins to each side. King, the single setback, fakes the handoff to King. Under pressure, he just gets rid of that one as a big rush coming in from number 46, Craig Sprite. And that'll bring up 4th and 8 for Pikeville College, and Michael Burke will bring his punting unit on and kick the ball away to Thomas More with just over 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Back deep for Thomas More will be 86, Donnie Weaver. So Burke set to punt, Weaver set to receive. And we're waiting on everybody to get set. Here's the snap back to Burke. Burke gets the kick off, and fair catch called for. The ball will be downed inside the 20 at the 19-yard line, where Thomas More will have it. 1st and 10 with 1:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And I say this one is pretty much over, as Pikeville College just putting on a show here so far. Defensively, they have shut down Thomas More all night long, no matter who's been on the field, and their offense just keeps right on clicking and moving the ball up and down the field at will, so to speak. And Thomas More now will come out with 4 wide outs. New quarterback into the ball game is number 7, Scott Garver. Well, not the new quarterback, the other quarterback. And the ball given up inside there to, let me see where he's at there. 46, I believe it is, Craig Sprite. And nothing there. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Thomas More. So Thomas More with it. Just over a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. 4 wideouts, Garver in, and we've got a flag on the play. Evidently somebody's lined up in the neutral zone. It'll be probably a 5-yard penalty against Thomas More, I think. Let's see, which way is it going to go? It's going to go against Pikeville. So it'll be 5 yards back against Thomas More, bringing up, still remains 2nd down, but now it'll be 2nd and 15 instead of 2nd and 10. So Thomas More pushed back inside the 15-yard line at the 14, where they'll have it 2nd down and 10 with just under a minute to go here in the half. Garver again under center. 4 wideouts, a single setback behind him. And Garver back to throw. He's got time, throws the ball down the middle. Nice catch over there by number 9 for Thomas More, Greg Harris, as he just lifted his feet, pulled that ball in, held on to it as he went to the ground, and he'll have enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of about 15. And that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Saints with 39 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Thomas More again will come up with, this time they'll come with the I formation, 2 wideouts. Garver under center. And Garver gives the ball up to his tailback back in there. That is number 24, Brandon Zini. And Zini picks up some good yardage. He'll get a pickup of about 9, bringing up 2nd and 1 for Thomas More here. And just 8 seconds to go. I think this will end the 3rd quarter. And your score at the end of 3 will be Pikeville College 47, Thomas More 0. And we'll be right back with 4th quarter action on the Intermountain Sports Network. We ready? Welcome back to Thomas More as we're about to start 4th quarter action. Thomas More with the ball, 2nd and 1 from the 39. Garver trying to pull Pikeville College offside, drops back to pass, trying to go for it all, intercepted. Pikeville College as
number 41 for Pikeville College, pulls off the interception. That is Larry Forrester, the right cornerback. And Pikeville College will have it 1st and 10 now, heading the other way as we're just beginning the 4th quarter. The ball will be on the 39-yard line. And let's see, new quarterback into the ball game for Pikeville College will be number 11, Darrell Stevens. And looks like Jonathan Wright now done for the day, as it's time for Darrell Stevens to get a chance at it. And Pikeville College will go with 4 wideouts, twins to each side. The single setback again will be Marcus King. Stevens back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and this time Stevens trying to run it out of that shotgun. Nothing there, and he breaks a couple of tackles. Stevens gets a chance to get out to the outside. And looks like Darrell Stevens may pick up a yard after being hit in the backfield for at least a 5-yard loss, and he'll get across the 40 to about the 41. Good athleticism shown there by Darrell Stevens. And 2nd down and 9 for Pikeville. The clock running. And I think that's the main thing you want to do here in this second half is keep their 4th quarter, is keep that clock running. Trips to the left and twins to the right. Stevens the single set. The only man in the backfield is quarterback Darrell Stevens. And Stevens waiting for the snap. Long snap by the center. Stevens takes it. And quarterback draw is Darrell Stevens. He bursts his way inside for 1st down yardage and then some. He gets across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. We're going to be 1st and 10 for the Bears. And interesting to see quarterback Darrell Stevens taking a chance there, dropping back, running the quarterback draw, and picks up a bunch of yardage as he's now in Thomas More territory. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, and the clock continuing to run at 13:47. Stevens in the shotgun again. 4 wideouts. Marcus King the single setback. And Stevens rolling out to this side, throwing the ball down complete to Kelsey Baker down at about the 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 again for the Bears. And no matter who they bring in at the quarterback position, they're moving the ball down the field any way they want to against Thomas More right now. And it's like I say, 47-0. And looks like Pikeville will add on to that again as this 3rd unit out there still moving the ball effectively. Kelsey Baker takes the snap. He's got trips, high snap. He gets it, tries to run it off to himself, and he'll go down for a loss this time of about a yard, bringing up 2nd down and 11 for Pikeville. Just over 13 minutes to go in the ball game. And this one pretty much over as most of the fans for Thomas More have already gone home. Of course, the Pikeville College people still hanging on to make sure everybody gets to play, see everybody get in the ball game. Trips to the right, single wide receiver to the left, and back in the backfield is Marcus King. Stevens making his call, takes the snap, and back to throw, looking for the end zone, intercepted at the 10-yard line by Thomas More, and he's got a line up the sideline, and the drug out of bounds over there by the quarterback, excuse me, Darrell Stevens. And Thomas More will have it 1st and 10 now at the 47-yard line with 12:27 to go in the ball game. And Pike will just, moving the ball up and down the field anytime they want to. That's the, I think, first interception they've given up all night. And Darrell Stevens, not known as, he's more of a running quarterback than a thrower anyway. And let's see, looks like Garver coming in back into the ball game for Thomas More at the quarterback, and Garver gives it up to the tailback, and nothing there. He may have gotten a yard as he may have got ahead for just a little bit, but Pikeville College defense again strong out there. That'll bring up, we'll call it no gain according to the clock, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Thomas More. $12 minutes to go in the ball game. Pikeville College is on top, 47-0. 2nd down and 9 as they've moved the sticks up a little bit now. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Garver under center, long snap count.
takes it, fakes the handoff, in trouble, throws it out, caught out there by 88 and he'll go down close to the 40-yard line. That was 88 is Brandon Winstock for Thomas More. 1st and 10 for Thomas More. We have a timeout, Pikeville College. So with that, we'll take a break and be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. Back to Thomas More as Pikeville College has the 47-0 lead with 11:36 to go in the ball game. Garver fakes the pitch, makes the handoff. It's fumbled in there, and Garver, I think, may have picked it back up. So it'll be still remain Thomas More ball, but it'll be 2nd and about 14 for the Saints. As the ball now resting back on the 45-yard line. So 11:17 to go and the clock running, and sun going down slowly over to our right. So this one's going to be over in just a few minutes one way or the other, as it's going to get dark on us. We have no lights up here at Thomas More, but no doubt on the outcome as Pikeville College with 47-0 lead. Garver back to throw, rolling out, and we have holding on Thomas More. The pass complete out there to 84. He will go out of bounds at about the 5-yard line, but there will be holding back here in the backfield as Maurice Reese on the catch. Nice catch and run, but it will come all the way back as Pikeville College was being held back here in the backfield. That's how Garver got the pass away, as he was being chased by a bunch of bears back here. But so we'll mark it off. It'll probably be 2nd and about 25, maybe 30, depending on where the hold was at. Flag laying back here on the 45. So it's going to be 2nd and a bunch any way you look at it. And like I say, 10:48 to go. The sun just dipping down over the hill here in northern Kentucky. And it's starting to get cold up here on top of this press box, as Pikeville College with several fans still left here in the stands. We'll call it 2nd down and 35 for Thomas More. 10:39 to go. So obvious passing situation for Thomas More here, I would imagine. As Riggs under center, or Garver under center, I'm sorry. The I formation behind him, 2 wide outs to the near side. The long snap count by Garver. And Garver back to throw. Throws it behind his receiver. Is it intercepted? No, incomplete. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 34 for Thomas More. 10:15 to go. And Pikeville College got this one well in hand. I believe they could just about come off the field, and they couldn't hardly run the ball up and down the field enough to catch up at this point. And Thomas More again taking a long time in the huddle. That's all right when the clock is running, but let's get out of here as it's getting cold. And Garver again under center. 1 wide out to each side. Pikeville College coming with the pressure. Garver steps up, throwing the ball deep. Incomplete, but we have a pass interference call on Larry Forrester over there. So that will give them an automatic 1st down on the pass, an incomplete pass. I wonder why the marker's moving all the way up the field here without the call being made. But it will be pass interference against Pikeville, I'm sure. And it will go from I think it's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage plus an automatic 1st down, I believe. Let's see if I'm correct there. 10-yard, well, ball's going to be spotted at the 44 or 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Thomas More. No, it's not an automatic 1st down. It is 3rd down and 15, so should be an automatic 1st down, isn't it? I believe. I think the chain crept. The officials calling for 1st down. Move the chains back. Let's get playing. 10 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Garver under center, the I formation. 3 wide outs, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And Garver throws the ball out there complete to 39, short of the first down, but it'll bring up 2nd and 3. That is Roger Oliveira on the catch. Wait a minute, we got 2 39s. That is Jeff Epley on the catch. 2nd down and about 3 for Thomas More.
I think James started the bus, Charlie. He's ready to head back to top.
9:39 to go in the ball game. I hear Ed warming up over there in the parking lot, so that means we're getting close. They're ready to go. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this one. Pikeville College on top, 47-0. Thomas More, 2nd and 3. 3 wideouts. Garver, man in motion. Long snap count. Garver tries the little swing pass, got it, but nothing there as swarmed under is. Okay, we're going to take a quick break right here on the internet. Go in the ball game. As I don't think we didn't even miss a play on that. Bird, good job switching tapes out on us in the middle. Got a little carried away. I guess we weren't paying attention, but 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 4th down. And Thomas More in punt formation. I think that'll be Riggs back deep. And back deep for Pikeville College is number 6, Michael Williams. Riggs with the long snap count. Good snap. And fake punt as Riggs tries to run it up the middle. And he'll get it up to about the 30-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Thomas More. And I'll call it the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saints with 8:20 to go in the ball game. Interesting call there. And, well, it worked. As, you know, we see a lot of that in Kentucky anymore since Hal Mummy came to town. Everybody likes to run that 4th down fake punt. Garver still in the game at quarterback, under center. He's got 3 wideouts, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And back to throw, and he's under pressure. Throws it incomplete. His intended receiver out there was number 39, Jeff Epley. But the ball falls short. It'll be 2nd and 10, 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the ball game. 2nd down and 10, Thomas More. The sun just going down over the horizon over there, so it's going to start getting dark quickly as we don't have any lights here. So if the picture starts getting dark, you'll know why. The I formation behind Garver. Garver back to throw, rolling out, being chased. Garver going for the end zone, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 with just under 8 minutes to go in the ball game as Pikeville College has the 47-0 lead here. Thomas More trying to put some points on the board late in this ball game. Garver taking a long time in the huddle, bringing his team up to the line of scrimmage. This time he's got 2 wide receivers, 1 split to each side. I formation in the backfield, straight drop back pass. Throwing, caught out there inside the 10-yard line at the 8. 1st and goal now for the Saints as Garver hits his man down on the corner.
That kid's from McGoffin County.
82 on the reception. Let's see, from McGoffin County. Let me find his number here. We'll get his name in there because I know some of the people in McGoffin County get our cable. Matt Holbrook from Salyersville, Kentucky. Let me see. 1st and goal from the 8 for Pikeville College. For Thomas More. And Garver back to throw, and he is drilled and will lose about 4 yards back to the 12-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 12 for Thomas More. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. If we have that long, as it's getting awful dark out here in a hurry as that sun has just went down behind the trees. Thomas More again in the I formation. Garver back to throw. Going into the end zone, incomplete. 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 11. Garver getting his instructions from the sideline. And taking a long time running players in and out of on the field. Garver bringing the play in from the sideline. He got it relayed to him from the coaching staff. They're going to go with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. The I formation again behind Garver. Garver back to throw, rolling out deep, going all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Thomas Moore. Who was that on the? I couldn't see the receiver. Number 90. Number 9 on the reception for Thomas Moore. Let me find my thing here. Number 9, that is Greg Harris. So Thomas Moore on the boards with 6:51 to go in the ball game. So that makes your score 47-6. Pikeville College on top. And on to attempt the extra point for Thomas Moore will be number 47, Doug Burns. And let's see. Taking a long time getting everything set up. Waiting on the snap. Snapped a little low, but it gets up. Kick looks to be good. It is. That will make your score. Pikeville College 47, Thomas Moore 7. And we'll be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network. To Thomas Moore as Thomas Moore gets on the boards with 6:51 to go in the ball game with 7. But they still trail Pikeville by a total of 40 points as it's 47-7 with 6:51 to go in the ball game. Thomas Moore set to kick off to Pikeville, and Pikeville with everybody up front looking for the onside kick. 42 for Thomas Moore set to kick the ball off. That is Shane Sheldon. And it is the onside kick. It is picked up and fallen on out there by Pikeville College. That is number 7, Terrence Pride, who makes the recovery. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears on the 47-yard line of Thomas Moore. So Darryl Stevens back in at the quarterback for Pikeville College. And looks like Paul Jones will be the single setback. As we have double tights and 2 wideouts. So look for Pikeville to keep the ball on the ground here. And try to run the clock down as we got double tight, 2 wideouts. Terrence Pratt, Paul Jones, the single setback behind Darryl Stevens. And Stevens gives the ball to Jones. Nope. Yep, Jones will pick up about 3 or 4 yards up the middle and give him a pickup 4, making it 2nd down and 6 for Pikeville. 6:38 to go in the ball game, but we have a player down for Thomas Moore. And we'll take a quick break and be right back on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Zach comes over here, Bird. We'll get an interview and we're done.
Zach.
Coach Willis. Just soon as Zach gets, are you on? We on the air? I'm sorry about that. This one has been called because of darkness with. Welcome back to Thomas Moore. We had a little power outage right there, but 47-7 will be the final score. As this one will be called on account of darkness, and Pikeville College will go home with the win. That'll make them 3-1, as they've won 3 in a row, and they've given up 7 points in each of the last two ball games, and 14 in the last 3. After they gave up the 30-something, I think it was 38 points they gave up to Georgetown. They have taken 3 in a row and will go in 3-1. Going into their next game a week from tonight at Maryville, Tennessee, We're going to get a quick interview with Coach Zach Willis here in just a minute, and we'll be right back on the Intermountain Sports Network. Welcome back to Thomas Moore. We're here with Coach Zach Willis, and Coach, another big win here in the books.
Well, it is, Charlie. You know, our kids came out, jumped all over them, physically dominated them, just did a fantastic job.
I know your defense you got to be happy with your defense again, as they gave up 7 points late in this ball game when it was really already decided. I know your first team defense was on the sidelines, and they've got 2 shutouts out of the last 3 games your first team has, so you got to be real happy with that.
Well, Charlie, you know, we don't want to humiliate people. We're not out here. We're out here to win ball games and get our young men, most importantly, in education. Part of that education is learning about class and sportsmanship. We're not here to humiliate Thomas More. They didn't have to play us, and they're a class institution. We're glad they play, and we're very fortunate to be victorious over them.
You know, I know, Coach, it's a cold night out here. I'm going to just congratulate you, and we're going to all go back to Pikeville with another big win and be ready for Maryville a week from tonight.
Thank you, Charlie.
Shake hands.
I'm going to run on down here.
All right, buddy.